right, welcome back everybody to Corsace Open 2023. We have, I think, one of the top heavy matchups of the round robin stage. We have the Dream Squad, seed 11, up against Grease Monkey Deluxe, seed 14. Definitely one of the higher seeded matchups on Dream Squad. We have Handsome Me, Zipe, Anesthetic, How to Play, Dasuke, and Jackpacks. On the side of Grease Monkey Deluxe, we have Paper Candle as the manager, Kablaze, Zoomer, Bunny Like Money, You're Cute, and Penguin Z, as well as Melver. I'm 40, and casting this one alongside me once again is Knots.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying one of the higher seeded matchups, and no real big surprise considering just looking at the list of players here. I mean, especially Grease Monkey Deluxe literally has Zoomer on the team. Kind of crazy. Very, very strong individual performance through the qualifiers here as well. I mean,
Yeah, Zoomer,
in general, a player to look out for recently, you know, 11th in individual qualifier results overall, which is very, very good, considering just how many people are playing this tournament and how competitive it is. And also the fact that I don't know that you really see Zoomer much in tournaments like this. I don't know. I might just be ignorant, but I don't see him much in like big open rank. So, says something about just the power of pure mechanics. When you're good at the game, you're good at the game. No big surprise. But
yeah. I feel like Zoomer's been playing these open rank team tournaments a bit more often recently. But yeah, talking about Zoomer, notably in qualies, Zoomer being the big standout, probably bumping up their score by quite a lot. Meanwhile, on the side of the Dream Squad, it was a lot more even. You had Dasuke, Anesthetic, Jackpack. You had like a pretty balanced performance. And I think that's going to contribute to potentially higher overall team comfort, especially at this earlier stage. I think on the side of Grease Monkey, you will be looking at Zoomer for the consistency on a lot of these maps, but I think be up to the rest of the team as well to show up behind Zoomer. And they do ban DT2. I think that's likely based on some of Dream Squad's performances on that map, where they had a pretty good showing. I think, one of the matches they got almost 4.2 million on DT2, which is actually insane. That is an absurd team score. So I think DT2 is a very fair ban. Even if Zoomer could probably crush it, it's very hard to beat a almost 4.2 million team score. So yeah, no surprises there.
Yeah, neither team. This is Grease Monkey's second match, I believe, in the groups.
Yep.
The third match for Dream Squad. Neither team losing as of yet. I think Dream Squad is guaranteed first out of the group if they win this, right? I believe.
Yeah, they'll be 3-0
then. Yeah.
Which means they are guaranteed because they would have beaten every other team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, likely, considering Dream Squad is the highest seed in this team and is 2-0, if Grease Monkey does take them, they'll most likely beat the next team in the first out of group. So I think this is essentially the match for who is going first in this group, most likely.
Yep. The hidden 2 ban from Dream Squad is kind of funny to me. I don't know what is going on there.
I mean,
I guess. Oh, okay. Actually, just taking a look at qualifier results, it does make sense. It's
yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad though. It's like Dream Squad. Maybe not Zeppe actually. Maybe it does make sense actually. I'm sorry. It's I was maybe bigging up the cow Zeppe in my mind. I mean, Zeppe is he's kind of good at the game. I love the guy. DT3 though, the pick from Dream Squad. I don't know, to anyone who's played the pool or looked at the pool really, the kind of the craziest map in there. Got some really wacky, intense 1/3 double sections that, I mean, they're just insane to play. Going to be tripping up a lot of people in the lobby, but I feel like it also kind of raises the mechanical skill cap, even though it's partially also a reading thing. I feel like this might be pretty alright for Grease Monkey Deluxe. Also, coming in as the first pick for Dream Squad doesn't make much sense to me.
I mean, I think considering the DT2 ban, there's not a huge amount of overlap. Obviously, this is way more on flow aim, on some of the weirder space triples you find throughout the map. But still, you know, maybe just a case where I imagine Zoomer's going to have a pretty good time on this as an individual player, but the Dream Squad more comfortable as a team. However, it's already 2 FCs to now 2 FCs on the side of Grease Monkey, so pretty even out the gate. And as you said, this is a very skill cap testing map, so I want to say this plays more to Grease Monkey's strengths in maybe the skill cap region.
Yeah.
But if Dream Squad feels comfy on this, which I think they do have a lot of players who can play weird stuff like this. With Jackpacks enhancing the recovery, especially with those misses from Penguinzy, it's going to be a slight favor towards Dream Squad. This is traded from Bunny Like Money and Handsome Me.
Favors Dream Squad pretty heavily.
Especially with that break from Melver.
It's literally just Zoomer now. Not on especially high AC. I mean, it's looking like a pretty strong pick, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, this pick is looking good. I think it's sort of like we said earlier, and Zoomer actually going to find the break. Now pretty much no combos left on Grease Monkey Deluxe. And now Dream Squad is just ready to take this away. Jackpacks having recovered very well, and Dasuki and Zipe are still on FCs with pretty solid act, especially considering the type of map this is. This is a fantastic team score right now.
I mean, really, I never should have doubted them. This is a pretty strong performance on, I mean, what I would think is one of the hardest maps in the pool. Certainly to get like a solid full team performance on. It feels more like the kind of map where you'd expect maybe a carry performance or something. But yeah, Jackpacks with really just an awful way of breaking.
Saw a bit of frustration. Missing the cut to the slider, I think a very unfortunate miss. But it's going to be Zipe dropping as well. Now Dasuki on pace to FC the map, especially this brutal ending section. Can they do it? And it looks like they do. This is the first, I think the first FC on the map I've seen. I'm not sure if anybody else has seen it. I say that FC as if there's not like that pattern at the end that is super missable. But Dasuki gets through it. I mean, not just an insane team score, like everybody above Handsome Me at the lowest at 580k. Handsome Me's 580k beats out anybody on the opposite team. And Dasuki with a crazy FC. That is likely to be one of the best DT3 performances in the round robin stage.
I mean,
if not the best.
Yeah, I would almost want to say, like, even without looking at anything else, surely this is the best. It's hard to imagine, like, who would outperform this. It would literally have to be, like, you know, Flopinski or something of.
But that's the thing, they're not playing at this stage, so.
Oh right, yeah.
For
you're
the teams,
entirely right. Yeah.
For the teams who are playing the round robin stage, I would be surprised to see a better performance. Yeah, no, that was very well done.
I don't think it's happening. That is, on that map in particular, that kind of team score is pretty ridiculous. But yeah,
what a
great start. Great start for Dream Squad. Really, really strong first pick. I feel like it shows a lot of confidence. Just first picking that map and feeling so comfortable performing like that. It is the kind of map that I think would tend to scare people off a little bit, especially like a first pick, but not Dream Squad.
Yeah, as you said, definitely a very confident way to open the match. And Grease Monkey Deluxe will respond with no mod 4. And I think they do have some very solid no mod 4 players. Yeah, this map, very slider tick heavy, very missable. I think we've seen a lot of S ranks below 500k combo on this map, or 500k score, just because of how brutal some of the slider sections are. I think Zoomer will be very comfortable on a map like this, and most likely will have a good team backing, especially if it's their first pick.
Yeah, I mean, I expect to see Zoomer Kablaze, maybe Melver, and then I don't know. It's hard because all of Grease Monkey are players I'm familiar with the notable exception of Bunny Like Money. I learned of him today, to be honest, but I'm not really sure what they're looking like skill set wise on an individual player basis. Just kind of going off of what the statistics are looking like in qualifiers, and
Yeah.
I believe they did pretty all right on better than Dream Squad on the hidden one in qualifiers. Kind of the closest proximate thing to this, even though this is very, very focused on sliders, to the more flow aimy, kind of techie streamy stuff of hidden one in quals.
Yeah.
But perhaps reason to believe in the roster for them here. Actually going to see Bunny Like Money. See what he goes for. See what he's got.
It's hard to judge sometimes. Like for example, You're Cute, super good. The Remod and DT aim player, Bunny Like Money, really good flowing player. Because all of their top plays are inhabited by that skill set, until you really see them in tournament, it's very difficult to know what their tournament skill sets are. Because you just don't know, like, what have they played, what haven't they played. But so far, everybody comfy out the gate. As you said, I think you pretty much got the roster down on the side of Grease Monkey DELUXE.
Yeah, pretty much as expected. I mean,
Jackpack's gonna be missing the end of that cut stream. So does Handsome Me on the slider, and now it's 2 to 3. That drop from Bunny Like Money.
Actually, is no one just aiming the slider ticks? I think there's no one in the lobby who's cheesing.
I think everybody's playing it properly. And right now it's the one combo from Dasuki up against Zoomer, Melver, and Kablaze, all holding above 500 now. Kablaze does find a break, but it's still 1 to 2. Handsome is recovering, but it's going to be an advantage on the side of Grease Monkey. And there's the break. This is where the nerves can settle in. I would say this is maybe probably the last, I say free combo, but Kablaze does break. I don't think he had too big of a score though. So, still pretty close. It's just up to Zoomer, Melver, Dasuki, and the supporting combos on the side of Dream Squad, but with Bunny Like Money and Kablaze finding those breaks, these two big combos on Grease Monkey DELUXE might not actually be enough right now.
Jackpacks? This is still a combo lead though, right?
Okay.
Never mind. Okay, I didn't say anything. Okay. What just happened? Dream Squad implodes and it's all over.
It's all on Melver. Zoomer did find a break there. It's still only 100k score lead, which is being done entirely by Melver's FC right now. Because I do believe the backing scores from Kablaze and Bunny Like Money is keeping Dream Squad closer. Melver does find a break. I don't think there's enough time though. And Grease Monkey DELUXE will take their pick off the back of a very strong performance from Melver and a solid backing score from Zoomer, both getting the two biggest scores in the lobby. And yeah, good first pick from them.
solid stuff. Not as maybe as convincing as the opening from Dream Squad, but nonetheless quite good. I feel like a bit scary there for a second. I mean, Dream Squad really poised to snatch that away from them. Just kind of hard when the entire team breaks simultaneously. I don't even know what they missed on, honestly. Didn't look like anywhere else in the map.
I think there was like a single slider take that 4 people broke on. 3 on the side of Dream Squad and 1 break from Zoomer. And they do go for no mod 5. I do find it interesting to be the team banning Hidden 2, picking no mod 5. Like I mentioned this in the last match, obviously 2 very different skill sets, but I think there's generally some overlap with players who are good at both types of maps. But they will be going for it, and I actually do think notably, I think Jackpax goes off on stuff like this. I imagine Desicky, how they've been playing Zeepay, I think that they're going to have a very good roster on this No Mod 5. We did see a very, very strong performance from Godfield Gaming on this map. I'll be surprised if they beat it just because of how strong the performance was. To see, though.
I'm curious to see what Grease Monkey puts up for this, actually.
Yeah.
I think Kablaze is guaranteed kind of perma lobby even. So definitely seeing Kablaze.
They
Dream Squad, yeah, pretty much what you said is what I expect to see. It's definitely Jackpax. Want to look out for.
Let's see, Grease Monkey Deluxe played this map, and they had a pretty solid team score, notably with Zoomer on the S rank. So we'll probably look to them to get a big score again. I think they're running a very similar team, but instead of You're Cute, we have Bunny Like Money. And on the side of Dream Squad, we have Jackpax, Anesthetic, Zeepay, and Handsome Me. I do think Jackpax is going to beat the big player on this type of map.
This is the kind of map that I see Anesthetic sometimes perform very well on, in spite of like mainly being known as a DT player. He'll just kind of randomly pop off on this kind of gimmickier stuff.
Yeah. Some axe struggles from Bunny Like Money in the intro. Zoomer and Bunny Like Money find breaks. I think Zoomer's not the person you want to be breaking, as well as Melvern. Already, it's 4-1 out the intro. Obviously still early on, but it's not a confident way to start the pick. Actually, it will be Jackpax as the first to break on the side of Dream Squad. The rest of the team all over 400 combo now. Kablaze being the only, I say the only combo, but I think missing that overlap. And now it's just 2 completely uncontested combos from Anesthetic and Zeepay.
It's funny, this happens too often. It's so often that I see Zepe and Anesthetic on maps like this where they are supposedly the fill players and just don't kind of do very well.
And right now, the accuracy on Anesthetic above 99%. I think it's the highest I've seen at this point in this map. The Dream Squad just looking so dominant past the halfway mark. I think it would take a multiple meteors right now to swing this.
We're gonna need a shower to change this situation.
In multiple different countries simultaneously. Zeepay does find a break, and okay, so does Anesthetic. So, still don't think it's enough. The Handsome Me still the biggest
there's
combo
a third of
in
the map
lobby.
left. They needed some combo coming into this to try to build something. I think it's still just over for Grease Monkey on this pick.
Yeah. Blaze doing their best to stave off the combo from Hansemi, but with the 600k score lead, it's gonna be it. There's no time left to recover. And another very convincing pick from Dream Squad. I think this and DT3 have both been very convincing leads. The outro of this map. Now it looks like a lot of players have gotten some recovery combos. Hansemi does break. Blaze ending this map with almost 500k score. But yeah, just solid team score from Dream Squad. Everybody around that 500k mark. Now going into Grease Monkey Deluxe's second pick. They did narrowly win that No Mod 4.
Yeah, the narrow win on that. I don't feel like it really converts in anything like, you know, gives you any obvious options to go for next. But you know, perhaps a actually, let's look at the
I was kind of thinking Hard Rock 1 potentially.
Yeah, that is like looking at qualifier results comparing the different teams, like Grease Monkey 9th overall into Dream Squad's 21st, so looks pretty good on that basis. Very different maps, but I think kind of hard rock mechanics plays very well into what the roster looks like, high rank players. No Mod 2 is actually the play, which does make sense. It is literally it says tech streams on the box, you know. It's that's what the map's all about, coming off of the No Mod 4. Even if it was a narrow win, especially if your players are feeling it, why not just pick into that?
Yeah, it's
and, you know, the flow aim
your...
from like Bunny Like Money, you have some carry potential.
Oh, true. It's not your conventional No Mod 2. It's definitely also leans towards techie flow aim, some aim control. You have a lot of space triples. It's a pretty low BPM. I think it's around 175. So not super heavy on stamina, but lots of varieties of flow aim. It's not just your streams. It's also space triple flow aim. And I think it leans, I think this is something Grease Monkey Deluxe is going to be pretty good on. I imagine Zoomer, Kablaze, Money Like Money, potentially Melver stepping in for this. And I actually do think this is the only map that I haven't seen played in a match I've casted, maybe.
Yeah. I don't believe I've seen it either.
For some reason, a lot of teams avoiding this pick, but I get to see it.
I'm a little bit surprised to not see Zeppe in for Dream Squad for a No Mod 2, albeit a different one, but you know, not surprising to see Zeppe in for techier stuff either. So it's a bit of a surprise, but I do still believe in this roster. I think Desuke, Hansemi, Jackpacks, regardless of which player you have here, quite worthy replacements.
I would say it's still definitely a flow aim map with tech elements.
Yeah. No, it is.
Speaking of tech elements, Penguinzy missing on those cut doubles. Oh my goodness, okay. Zoomer and Bunny Like Money breaking. Handsome Desuke, it's now 2-0, with Jackpacks and Anesthetic being the only ones to hold. Just everybody disappearing there. And these two combos from Jackpax and Anesthetic. Now only Anesthetic with that miss. I think Jackpax had the SS curse there. And everybody just resetting on the side of Grease Monkey Deluxe. This definitely looks like a very trollable Nomad 2. So many of these patterns are just not your comfy standard streams. Anesthetic right now, 99.86% on the big FC.
Smoking out the RNG. I don't know. I don't believe this man. He's kind of playing well at the moment. No RNG involved.
Pure skill.
Pure skill. I mean, just look at the accuracy. I mean, come on. I don't know who this guy thinks he's kidding. I'm really setting him up to miss, but he refuses to do it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not happening. I don't think it's happening. I think it's kind of doomed.
Yeah, I mean, you have Zoomer and Melver building something up, but Anesthetic does break, so does Desicate, but the damage has been done. Dream Squad will take this break point, and yeah, just finding a lot of difficulties, not really looking like something they maybe should have picked.
Yeah, no, this was a massive blunder. I mean, I think you could rationalize it. Like, you could make it make sense on paper, but it still didn't really feel like where things ought to be going, personally. That's why the name didn't come to mind.
Yeah, Handsome Me with the S rank and Jackpax with the 3-110 miss. That's an interesting act to miss ratio, but does happen on these very note-lockable Floim heavy maps.
Certainly, yeah. And now Dream Squad, I think, I guess you pick gimmicky stuff, you know? Like, I think Fremont 2 might be pretty alright. Just, the gimmicky stuff seems to work out pretty well. I mean, just looking at Nomad 2, it's rather gimmicky for being Blow Amy, Nomad 2. Just off-kilter stuff in general. Maybe even... Actually... Has anyone played Hidden 1 at all? Hidden 1 might be pretty hard. Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Hidden 1
no,
it doesn't come to mind because I never see it. No one...
Yeah.
But this seems like a pretty solid pick to me. Especially coming off of the Nomad 2. You know, again, very Floim focused. A bit different, more dense, AR9, low BPM. Not quite the same thing, but... certainly something, you know, a worthy pick, definitely. Something that plays into Dream Squad's strengths.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I think this is, for the stat line, you look at this map, it's under 6 stars. You're like, oh, these players should be able to FC. Honestly, judging by the scores of a lot of teams who's played this map, this is one of the least FC'd maps. I actually haven't seen an MP link with an FC yet. Lots of scores around the 400 to 600k range, 600k on the high end. Really hard to be consistent on this flow aim, ulti, AR9 high density hidden maps. Super missable. And we did see both of these teams play this map at some point in their earlier matches. Dream Squad having a 2.2 million team score up against Grease Monkey Deluxe's 1.9 million. So not a huge difference in team scores. I think both teams can play this map, but Dream Squad likely having an edge.
Player to look out for me is Anesthetic to yet again get a pretty big combo and then drop like 14 misses. I don't know. It's
okay.
Rocky
Speaking
start,
of misses,
but yeah, plenty to go around already. Yeah, I mean, the song, it sounds like nothing is happening. It's kind of slow still, and yet half the lobby has missed.
I mean, you just look at the patterns. This AR9 hidden with these patterns is so brutal. You have to be a hidden monster to be really comfy on stuff like this. Handsome Me right now on the SS, holding the EFC, but it's being countered by Melver and Bunny Like Money, both holding. And, you know, I think I talked about, like, you'd never know when people are really good at skill set. Judging, like, I didn't know Bunny Like Money could play stuff like this. It does find a break, but it's holding very high accuracy. Now it's Melver up against Handsome Me. Pretty even now. The supporting combos, however, favor Dream Squad, especially with those misses from Zoomer and Kablaze. It's now only Melver with any combo, and now Dream Squad have recovered so well from those early breaks.
The accuracies are disgusting on Dream Squad, actually. What is going on?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Like, it is full 99. I can't believe that, actually.
That is pretty mental. Handsome Me having the curse of being the FC after the break does find a drop, but even with Melver holding the FC, Jackpacks and Aesthetic Desuki, they're going to be more than enough to still keep that score lead moving. Especially with that chain miss from Melver. Now, every big combo is gone. It's only Kablaze and Handsome Me, but score lead's already almost 400k. I just don't think there is enough time for Grease Monkey to build up a recovery here.
Yeah, I think this was just a great pick by Dream Squad. It's a really good pick, especially coming off the No Mod 2. I think it is exactly what they needed.
Once again, very convincing win. I think at this point, all of Dream Squad's picks have been pretty convincing.
Yep.
The DT3, No Mod 5, and Hidden 1 all... This was the least convincing pick, and it was still almost a 500k score lead. So, well done to them. And now, we're on match point, going into Grease Monkey Deluxe's third pick. I still feel like Hard Rock 1 is a good option.
Yeah. I don't know why we haven't already seen it even.
Maybe even Hard Rock 2, but judging one from Quals, and also two, Dream Squad did play Hard Rock 1 in one of their early matches, and it wasn't a super great performance, considering the map probably being... I say it's one of the comfier maps to play, but I do think a high BPM Hard Rock aim can be not a super easy skill to just jump into in a match. Maybe something you want to generally warm up for, but regardless, I still think Grease Monkey Deluxe will have an advantage on Hard Rock 1.
Yeah.
And if they win that Hard Rock 1, I was going to say Hard Rock 2 is also an option. I still think either way you pick these two maps next, even if it's in the reverse order. But Hard Rock 2, CS 6.5 precision pick, I want to say mechanically one of the more challenging maps in the pool. Definitely more challenging than Hard Rock 1. Pretty close to qualifiers in terms of difficulty.
The thing I'm concerned about is just that I feel like I kind of see Dream Squad as a 2-slot team, you know, like Hidden 2, HR2, DT2 for that matter, like pretty much. Like, if it's the 2-slot, they're gonna probably look pretty good on it. HR2 is a great example of that, where I genuinely feel like HR1 is so much better of a pick, just because I really feel like Dream Squad can do great on this, and it's not a terrible pick. It's okay, but I still would favor the HR1 quite a bit more. Maybe just not feeling it right now on that.
I mean, I still think if Grease Monkey Deluxe, like let's say they pick Hard Rock 1, and it goes well for them, and then they break point next map, their pick is probably going to be Hard Rock 2, and still likely the case vice versa, right? So
yeah. I guess it doesn't matter in that sense, but
yeah,
it's
I do agree that I think Hard Rock may be looking better, but I mean, CS 6.5 precision, it's a pretty conventional precision map. It's just really hard. So I still think this is a good pick if they're feeling like Hard Rock is the territory where they can get an edge. It's still going to be scary though, because even if they win this pick, it's still up to them to get that break point, but first obviously have to win their pick. I think we're waiting for the players to get in. I'm not sure. I think I've seen several times in 6.5s people leave the lobby momentarily to just try out, warm up to 6.5. It is that kind of skill set where it does make a difference. And we jump into it. We're going to see Desuki how to play Anesthetic and Jackpacks for Dream Squad, and Zoomer, Penguinsy, Bunny Like Money, and Melver for Grease Monkey Deluxe. So this is match point. It's up to Grease Monkey to take this map to keep the match going. See a lot of early misses, and you can just see like this. These are spaced patterns for the CS. You have some of these space triples. Yeah, surprisingly difficult. A lot of the time 6.5s are so comfortable that players don't want to pick it. This is maybe a 6.5 that's so challenging that some players don't want to pick it. It's now only Anesthetic on the side of Dream Squad with the combo, and being matched by Bunny Like Money. I think Bunny Like Money's hard rock proficiency, a lot of these really challenging flying maps, is paying off here. With that break from Melver on that big supporting combo halfway through the map, it's going to be very, very close. It's really just up to Anesthetic and Bunny Like Money, these two FCs, who can carry the combo for longer.
Oh, big break. God, that... I mean, that kind of locks them out of this map, I feel. Bunny Like Money's still holding a combo as well.
Oh, the slider tick! Over-aiming the slider tick!
I mean, there's just a fourth of the map left. Is it actually possible for Jackpacks and Desuke?
Jackpacks and Desuke, they have the only two real combos. This is going to swing back.
Oh god, it is.
Desuke does find a break.
It does go over. Jackpacks. God, that is...
Oh. I'm missing on that space triple.
The pain. I can't believe Grease Monkey just lose the map like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jackpacks with a really solid recovery towards the end. Bunny Like Money, unfortunately, over-aiming that slider. I think had they held on and FC the map, it definitely would have swung the other way. That's going to do it. 5-1 to Dream Squad. That makes them 3-0 in their bracket, which will have them come out of it into the knockout, one of the knockout stages as the first seeded team. And that leaves Grease Monkey Deluxe 1-1 up to their next match to see how they go in the group stage. But yeah, very, very well done from Dream Squad. Very convincing on their picks. Now, we do have a match coming up in 22 minutes. It's going to be Rubber Conquest up against Ice-T Jokowi. So it's going to be 22 minutes away. That'll be it from me today. Some good matches, so thank you for very much for tuning in.
Yes, we'll see you guys in a bit. Don't go anywhere.